Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mixon with a first down carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but and now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Pickett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
In Hayden Hurst's only year as the unquestioned starter, he had 571 yards and 6 touchdowns for Atlanta. The Bengals, they remembered him when he was a player with the Baltimore Ravens and liked his game. So when they needed a new starter, he was their choice, and he gets them a first down here.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
And they go play action now. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
On 2.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Okay,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
11 MT, take.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time on a catch and run. 31 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1, ready?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Mixon again. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Out to his left. That one complete downfield to Johnson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
In what many term as a down year for rookie quarterbacks, the Steelers took Pickett 20th overall because they knew him better than any other quarterback in the draft. They considered him the most pro-ready passer in the class. He's got plenty of gunslinger in him as well. You give him an inch of space to make a throw, he's going to try and make it into a mile.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give, running left is Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Boswell's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And the Bengals
Pull.
first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over. Yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
Making the catch is Sternberger. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the give, this is Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pickett sets up play action.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They hand this off to Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
Here we
A
go.
full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
DJ Reader there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Off play action, Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
They'll run with Harris. Shoves him aside. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. This is Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now Pickett on 4th down. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here we go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Trying with Pickett here on third down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a fourth quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly... And my goodness, another interception. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Boswell's kick is good, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
from 17 yards out.
And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 2nd half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of, winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, Wilson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Gun.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late, not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On one, ready?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Here's Harris. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, this from 53. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
11.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
A final shot now for Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, this this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.